Hello guys, welcome to our YouTube channel, Texas Masbatenia Lovers. So we're gonna go over a little bit what their experience is getting into Thailand, which has been quite interesting to say the least. I want to go over the very first thing that you're going to need to do to get into Thailand, and that is, as of November 1st, use the Thailand Pass system. I'm not posting any websites. You can just search it. Just search in Google, search Thailand Pass registration. Open up the web page and start filling out the data. The first page of the Thailand Pass is going to ask you your basic information, your name, your passport number, what country you're from, a couple drop-down menus. Again, I'm not going to go verbatim, but you need to provide it just your basic demographic and your name and passport number and all that. There will be some documents that you're going to have to upload, and on the passport page, you will have to upload a copy of your passport. And they're going to want the very front page that has your name and picture on it. The other thing you have to upload is a picture of your vaccine card. One thing to note, if you have a QR code, you are going to get approved very fast because their system can read the QR code. Mine is a CDC general card. It's going to trigger manual review. Another thing to note before I go any further, and that is you need to convert all PDF images to JPEG. And sometimes, in some cases, you may need to stitch the images together. I'm not going to give exactly a computer class, but you can use Windows Paint. I'll talk about that in a minute, but you cannot upload PDFs. It only takes the JPEG image files, or some of the other common image files, but no PDFs. So, passport, vaccine, you need to upload. You also need to upload a copy of COVID-19 insurance. I went ahead and got the Thailand insurance. They do take insurance from other countries, other companies, but it has to have specific wording. Again, this is private data, so I'm not going to show everything that's on there, but mine, it says that COVID-19 is covered as any other illness, specifically saying that it's going to cover COVID-19. Specifically saying that it's $50,000 worth of medical coverage, specifically saying that inpatient hospital stay will be covered. They're going to look for that. The other thing that they're going to make you upload is a proof of your hotel booking. And if you don't book directly with the hotel, chances are you're going to use Agoda, Booking.com, and you're going to get something that looks like this booking confirmation. But a lot of them aren't going to have that Shaba ID on there. And so if you don't book directly with the hotel, if you use Agoda or anything like that, you'll have to contact the hotel separately and get them to send you something that looks like this. This is a Shaba certificate. It has a QR code on it. It has a randomly generated number that they generate for each individual person. And what I did is I took the hotel booking and the Shaba ID and I scanned them as PDF. Some people can use their cameras on their phones and create them, or just take it as a JPEG. And I stitched these two images together using Windows Paint. You got to make sure your images are clear, no blur, and that they appear large enough on their computer screen on their end so they can read them. So be careful how your images, the resolution, so they're not shrunken down real small. You're going to get rejected if you can't read it. So just to summarize again what you're going to need to upload: vaccine card, passport, copy of your insurance, your hotel booking, and just to help myself, I also stitched these two together using the image editor, so the Shaba ID, hotel confirmation. So another thing is, when you're applying for Thai Pass, don't use the any other email provider except Gmail. It doesn't like Yahoo. I submitted with Yahoo. I got our confirmation back. They received it, but I never got my Thai pass. When I submitted with Gmail, within 4 days, I got my Thai pass, and it was sent. My Thai pass was sent to my Gmail, so I know it was the Gmail one that triggered it. Don't use anything else except Gmail. If you don't have a Gmail, make a Gmail. So Thai pass, it got a rocky start. It was giving errors when people were logging in. It was shutting down. They have ironed out a lot of the bugs. It seems to be working okay now. And I received mine about a week before my vacation. I was getting a little panicky. There's some people that received it on the very last day. It sucks to be them. So that's the documents you need. So when I left my country, every single airport did ask me literally for all these documents. And first airport, San Antonio, then at Houston, then at Abu whatever, I already forgot the name of it.
Abu Dubai.
Yeah, Abu Dubai. Oops.
Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, Abu Dhabi. They asked for it. So every airport, as if I was showing it for the first time. So be prepared to show all those documents because you may be asked for them at every single airport. So when I finally arrived in Thailand, there's one thing I want to stress, and that is your COVID-19 test results, and I learned this the hard way. Print them. I was thinking that just doing this little screenshot, I went through CVS Pharmacy or whatever, there's a lot of different ways to do it. But the problem with this is if you download this little screenshot from the MyChart app that's related to CVS, this didn't have my specific name. It just said the test result. They wanted my name. And another thing is they won't accept just a screenshot. You need to print it. So I came in here, every airport I was showing this to on the way there, they were accepting this. But when I got to Thailand, they don't want to see screenshots. But thank God they had a little email station there. And what that is they make you send whatever you have to a little email address that they have. And then you have to wait another 30 minutes and they'll print it off for you. And then when I finally got my printout, I went up to the screening station, which is a couple feet away, and they saw that my name wasn't on there. And what I noticed is on the MyChart app, if you log in with a laptop and click download PDF, then you'll get the name. So you must have your name. I learned that the hard way. It cost me 40 minutes. The other things they're going to ask you for before you ever get to the immigration, they're going to want to see this first. This is your Thai pass. All of the stuff you uploaded is actually in this QR code, summarized in here. The other thing they're going to want to see is your specific hotel reservation. So they wanted to see this. They were impressed that I had this. So shop ID, hotel, insurance. Again, we know that specifically has to say covered COVID-19. The other thing they wanted to see was a copy. I think I said earlier, before you ever leave your country, there is a website that you have to book your test results from. And some hotels here, the Test-to-Go hotels, you can book your test results directly with the hotel, but there's also a website you could book it with. We will put up a little slide on our video showing what that website is where you can book your test result. And basically it's about 72 US dollars. So they asked me for all that. When I finally got through my printing drama and no name drama, the lady was very nice. I couldn't find anything with my name. She wrote my name on top manually, and I got through. Went through immigration. I was through it in minutes. A couple other things to note is on the plane, they're going to hand you some health questionnaire. I filled this out. They said I didn't need it. There's another one like this. This is just a stub. It's about this long. You're just going to answer some questions about what country you're from, your passport ID. It's just a health declaration. And on the back, you're going to ask, it's just going to say, did you have any of these symptoms or whatever. The Philippines has this exact one. So that's what it is, guys. There's some things to note. Have all your papers in order, have them organized. do not come in with test results on a screenshot. You gotta print them. And just as an example, let's see if I can find it here. I have a lot of papers. It's best before you leave your home, print your test results directly from the lab. That's what I failed to do. So guys, that is how I got into Thailand. It was a little hectic, and the other thing to know is when I get out of immigration, they're gonna kind of escort you away from immigration, get your luggage, they're gonna watch you get your luggage, they're gonna escort you out the door to the test site. You're gonna sit there, they're gonna show you your little vial and make sure your name matches up. They're gonna swab you. They're gonna help you find your taxi, which they should be sitting out there with your name on a little card, and you're off. Then you go to your hotel and you wait approximately 4 to 6 hours. They'll call your hotel with your test result. Once you get your test result, you're free to roam the country. So right now, my honey is going to cover her experience leaving the Philippines and whatever she experienced going into Thailand. But I covered the details.
Okay, it's
Love
my
you,
turn.
honey.
I love you. It's my turn. Hi guys, welcome back again to Masbatenia-Texas lover. So, this is Tagalog version guys ha. Tagalog version. So, ano nga ba mga kailangang mga requirements Filipinas traveling to Thailand during the pandemic, or actually this Thailand is already reopened for the tourists. So, ano nga ba mga kailangan gawin or mga documents that I have. So, like my honey said, merong mga may mga health insurance. And unang-una, meron tayong PCR test. Meron tayong PCR test guys, negative PCR test result. Then meron tayong what call is that? I'm already. And hotel booking confirmation, yung mga requirements papunta dito sa Phuket, Thailand. Mga hotel booking reservation, like nakalagay dito yung mga HSA Plus. So, yun ang recommended ng government dito nilagay sa Phuket, like that. Ayan, papakita ko sa inyo. HSA Plus. Kailangan, bago yung trip mo, nakabook ka na, confirmation. And, yung, kung anong airline, where the difference way, right? Kung anong airlines ka nag-booking, and then, tawag noon, meron kang travel safety wing. Yung insurance na kinuha ko, safety wing and world trip. And of course guys, meron akong tawag nun. Kung nag-booking pala kayo guys ng hotel booking, kailangan nyo guys, meron kayong prepaid Shaba plus hotel confirmation, like Shaba confirmation dito. So dito yung mga naka-booking guys, mga ganyang mga Shaba hotel, like that. If you're booking the hotel, you need a Shaba hotel, right?
Shaba ID.
Shaba ID. Ganyan. Kagaya nito guys. Ito yung mga Shaba ID nila. Yan. And then, of course, kailangan mo rin guys makabook ka ng what call is that?
That's the receipt for your test results.
Test result. So, kailangan mo rin guys mag-booking ng test result when you arriving here in Thailand. Kailangan bago ka mag-arrive ng airport, ito yung pinapakita sa immigration, sa airport immigration. Looking this one. And then the Thai pass. Where is my Thai pass? Of course, the Thai pass.
Oh, no.
Kung wala kang Thai pass guys, hindi ka what call is that? Hindi ka maka-enter ng para pero meron ako guys Thai pass. Like this. Pero meron akong Thai pass guys. Of course, meron akong Thai pass. So yung ito, shoot! Missing.
I'm glad you're not at the airport.
Yay! It's missing. So ayan guys, hindi ka maka-entry dito sa Thailand kung wala kang Thai pass. So ito yung mga requirements na hinahanap sa airport when you arriving guys. Your Thai pass. passport, PCR test, and then yung Shaba Hotel, mga health insurance and travel insurance. Yun ang mga requirements to papunta dito. Hindi naman mahirap siya. And when you're arriving to the airport from the airlines, you have somebody assist you to going to immigration on the line, and then somebody assist you what papers you need to show to the immigration. That all is organized. You need to one by one from Shaba Hotel, PCR test booking, and then Thai pass, and then hotel booking, and that looking the hotel booking. And then pagtapos ka na sa immigration, guys, somebody assist you again to going way to the get your PCR test. Yung may bibigay sa inyo na parang what do you call is that hand, that the one thing for giving to start the PCR test.
The swab?
Yeah.
Test tube?
Yeah. May may pang
Verify your name.
Yeah, may pang PCR test na ibibigay sa iyo that from the airport na basta ipapakita niyo yung resibo sa PCR test booking nyo. Then pipiliin kayo kung PCR test or antigen test, right? Antigen test.
They give you the little antigen test so
Yeah,
you can take it.
give to you the two things, antigen test and for PCR test.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and I think your test is too.
Yeah. And then yung ginamit ko PCR test yung bago ka kasi pumunta ng terminal or yung anuhan ng mga taxi, you need the PCR test, guys. So ang PCR test result, how many hours? 6 hours?
6 hours,
6
yeah,
hours.
depending the lab's workload.
6 hours yung result, guys, ng PCR test. Tapos naman ng PCR test, ihahatid ka naman doon sa pilihan ng taxi kung saan yung naghihintay yung mga hotel nyo na pinag-reservisyon na nyo na, at andun yung mga pangalan nyo nakapaskil doon, yung mga pangalan nyo na my name is there and somebody waiting to you and sending to you to your taxi, and taxi sending to your it's so hard
Plus test and go hotel.
HE plus. HEE plus.
SHA plus.
HSHA plus.
Having fun?
Yeah. So ngayon lang yan, guys. Fun. So ayun nga, guys. Medyo makahirapan din yung mga kasi kailangan mong step by step. Parang it's look like na may mga virus, may mga sensitive na virus ka kailangan kasi direkta yung biyahe mo, direkta yung paglabas mo. Tapos bawal kang dumaan kung saan guys, because one time I'm trying to ask the driver to drop me in the 7-Elevens because I was so hungry that time. I wanted to buy my food, but hindi allowed, guys, yung mag-drop ka sa isang mga fast food at mag-buy ka ng food kasi bawal. So ayun nga, guys, after 6 hours lang naman, guys, yung mag-staying ka ng HSA Plus for 6 hours. Pagtapos na yun, guys, ang result, nakuha mo na, pwede ka nang go anywhere. Go yung whatever you want.
Free to where you go.
Free to go, as long as you have negative PCR test. Yun nga lang, guys, simple. At huwag na lang kayong matakot kung gusto nyo pumunta dito kasi easy lang naman. As long as you have own money, of course. You in any way. How much that are needed in the...
Yeah, the requirement is to show $700, and usually they won't check, but you don't want to be that random one they check. It's required to show $700 cash on you to enter Thailand. That's actually on their website, so I know a lot of people are going to say, nah, they never check that. Well, you don't want to be the one in a million. So carry $700 cash into the country, just so you're not stuck. Honey, what's the other thing you ran into in the Manila airport with the testing, and the Singapore Airlines had a different...
It's 42 hours only. The Singapore Airlines is not passing that.
Beware that these airlines, that your general guideline is that the country you're going to, your destination country, requires, like Thailand, that your PCR test is no more than 72 hours old from your departure date.
Yeah.
Well, some of the airlines have their own regulations, and they wanted it no more than 42. And they made her go take a antigen test. They had testing at the airport. So that they make it kind of impossible on you, because a lot of these labs can't get those test results back to you within a certain amount of time, especially if it's PCR tests. So they threw her a curveball. So if you're coming from the Philippines, make sure you go to the website of each connecting airline and check their requirements, because you may have to go take another test. It's like navigating a minefield to get through these airports. But that's just one thing I wanted to mention.
So yun nga guys, kailangan mo talaga i-check yung connecting flight mo each airport, kung saan kang airport mag-connecting flight, because they have different role and they have difference the PCR test hours, kung ilang hours lang yung kailangan nila. So kasi yung sa amin kasi guys, we're not yet checking the airport, right? In Singapore Airlines,
We didn't check it. Well, we didn't expect that to be their own rules.
chinik lang kasi namin yung directly papunta ditong Thailand sa 72 hours. So, the time, kumuha ako ng PCR test like November 13, and the result came out at November 15. That time na I'm almost traveling, that time I almost same day my flight. So, I was wondering what is I was thinking I had a mistake on myself the time when I was lying to going the check-in counter. And then I'm glad guys, I'm glad because I'm the really first in the line. So when check-in counter checking my papers and my PCR test is it already expired in the Singapore Airlines, my test result. So more than 42 hours. Right.
Yeah, it's almost like Singapore Airlines. It was expecting you to go get your own antigen
make sure
test.
guys, you had on pocket money. Kung mga sponsor man kayo ng mga jowa nyo, husband nyo, boyfriend nyo, make sure you had pocket money on your hands. Maliban dyan sa pocket money, mas kahit meron kang credit card, ATM, whatever you have, much better you have own cash. And only the PCR antigen test guys like 650 pesos, and then the result is 30 minutes lang. So good luck to everyone that wanted to come in that Phuket, Thailand for traveling or doing the vacation or meet up someone. Hanggang dito na lang guys. Say bye.
Good luck, guys. Thanks a lot for listening.
Yeah. Bye.